today as we celebrate this incredible milestone. First and foremost, I always like to say Michigan has been a transportation leader and has been innovating transportation and the future of mobility. And today we continue to hold that legacy true. Again, with having the launch of the first EV road in the country. And so this is something that we're really proud and excited about. In November of 2021, Governor Whitmer announced an exciting new initiative for the first public electrified roadway in North America. And today we are here to celebrate this big and important occasion. But for me, this project is more than just a road. It is really an example of what we can achieve when we work together to really focus on purpose and determination and really making sure that we continue to put the state at the forefront of the future of mobility and electrification. With that being said, I'm going to turn this over to watch a brief video.
Today's system is built upon fueling our cars within a few minutes. With EVs, that doesn't work the same time. You need to stop for 10, 20 minutes, or even hours if you have commercial fleets. The roads as we see them today and the fueling system has been here for over a century. Changing to a new era will require new thinking and bringing different types of technologies together in a way that makes sense for real-world operations. Electron is the world leader in wireless charging for both stationary charging and dynamic charging, where charging while driving. We lay down coils underneath the road surface, and each coil is individually connected to a management unit, which is a little bit like the brain of the system. And then you have a secondary coil installed underneath your vehicle. So as you approach the road, the system would detect who you are and allow you to charge seamlessly. We've installed miles of electric roads already. We now have a project where we are bringing this technology to the US market. That will be done here on this street at 14th Street in the nation's first wireless electrified roadway.
The partnerships that we have to engage with the city for the road construction, coordination activities, and then also with Michigan Central and New Lab, enable the opportunity to set standards and vision to install these systems on a larger scale. We've got a good example where we're standing today, where those partnerships all come together. They bring folks, they bring technologies, they bring different spaces into this larger ecosystem, which actually has sped things up, but it's also advanced a lot of companies in the space.
New Lab at Michigan Central here in Detroit is a testing ground because we need partners that don't say no when they face a challenge, that say, yes, we're going to solve it, and bring the right stakeholders to come here and see that this is the reality today. Our mission is not to build electric roads everywhere from day one. It's actually to target where we have a good business case and where we can add value to users. Transit is a perfect use case, last mile deliveries, freight corridors. That makes perfect sense for electric roads. By decreasing the sizes of the battery, increasing the operational range on the vehicles, and by limiting the impact that we have on the electric grid, we can enable the transition to happen that otherwise wouldn't happen.
So Michigan is the future of mobility and electrification. And what's happening here, downtown Detroit is so excited. Electrion laying the ground for electrification of our roadways. We are going to electrify the damn roads here. We're showing the world that big things can happen in Detroit and in Michigan. We're getting to work, we're competing, we're going to win, and this is a big part of how we win the future.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Stefan Tunber to give a few remarks on behalf of Electrion.
Thank you, Christine. So, yesterday, I was walking down here past the Teddy Roosevelt Park outside here, and I was reminded by a conversation that I had with one of the smartest leaders that I know in the space of mobility. And he asked me in the conference, he said, Stefan, are you not afraid? Are you not worried? I was like, why? He's like, well, now you got us all in US excited about this technology, about wireless charging, and you haven't even built it. And now you need to deliver on the expectation. How does that feel? I was like, I don't know. And I went to bed, and then the following day I said, well, do you know, has history once been changed by somebody who hasn't dared to take the risk? Who hasn't dared to take the risk because he believes in the cause? And so he's like, man in the arena. I'm like, what? And then following, he sent me the quote by Teddy Roosevelt, in which it states that the credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marked with dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows, in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly. Honorable Deputy Mayor Edison, Director of Research, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a pleasure today to announce this achievement, because I really want to state that this project is because we've had a lot of partners and friends that have joined Electron in the arena of innovation that didn't accept no for an answer. And I would like to thank some of them here for their hard commitment over the past 2 years that have allowed us to get here. So I want to start with Michigan DOT, Michelle Mueller, Director, Leafridge, Gene Roisman, City of Detroit with Tim Slusser and Jose Lemos, Sam Krashenstein, Michigan Central team with Carolina Plazinski, Roshni, Josh, Eric, really big thanks for everybody. Next Energy, Jim Saber, Eric McDonald, Jacob Energy with Bruna Peranos, Andy, Othami, Justine, Catherine, Snorson, Janine, Charlie, Nuala, Rich, Fale, and Liz Keen. Ford Motor Company with Mike Dagner and Tim, Ted Yasik, DTE, Kelsey Peterson, Tina Bennett, M-City at University of Michigan with Greg McGuire, Jim Lawler, and Electron's co-founders, Oren Ezer, Hanan Rumbach, and my dear Electron colleagues, with Amit, with Jean, with Karen, with Charlie, Amir, Michael, and all the other rest of the team. And then, of course, Mayor Duggan and Governor Whitmer. Thanks to your vision, we can now add the nation's first wireless charging roadway to the growing list of Michigan's mobility innovation. This is not an Emmy award, so I won't continue, but I can thank a lot of more people here. But focusing on Detroit, which is really the birthplace of automotive industry, right? So the first mile in the world of concrete road was paved here, close to here in Woodward Avenue, 1909, was told to me. And here we are together today to actually celebrate the nation's first electric roadway here in Detroit. So marking this initial step of the project, with the next one being Michigan Avenue, we can today begin to pave the path for sustainable electric mobility future of tomorrow. And the public is really kind of with us in our mission. We already got a lot of people, from the public asking us, can I charge my Chevy Bolt on your road? Can I charge my Ford 150 Lightning? Can I charge my BMW i7 on your road? Because they have an issue with charging today, with battery range, with cost, right? And we're looking forward to tell all these people that, yes, you can charge on our roads, not only this one, but others. But before that, we're going to continue working out here in partnerships, working with the OEMs, developing use cases, developing viable business model for the future of electric mobility. So I want to take this opportunity here to invite OEMs, to invite fleet partners to join this growing group of innovators and start and lead the nation in electrifying our roads and make a difference. So standing here today, I think it's clear to everybody here that Detroit and the state of Michigan continue to lead the world in mobility. And from Electron's point of view, we are really looking forward to continue support this vision in creating jobs and really to deliver equitable, emission-free mobility to Detroit, Michigan, and the rest of the world. So to this, continued collaboration together in the arena, from this mile to all future miles of reliable, seamless, and sustainable wireless electric charging roadways. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Next, we're going to have Joshua Cyberman, who is the CEO of Michigan Central, come up.
Thank you, Justine. Good morning. Oh, Stefan, I'm gonna take your arena analogy and I'm just gonna go deep in. it takes a lot to create the arena. You can't just say, we're going to do it, and it happens. And Michigan Central is the arena. I mean, that's every day what's happening here. And we're so proud and so thrilled to be a part of this incredible collaboration. What does it take to be the arena? First and foremost, partnerships. That you mentioned all the different people. There are so many, but the vision and leadership from the governor and the mayor and their teams, the private sector, whether it's an emerging company like Electrion or a utility like DTE, the institutions, University of Michigan, the testing, the de-risking happened at M-City, and then we're here at Michigan Central. I could keep going. The arena actually takes pulling people together, and that's what Michigan Central is all about. Everything that we're ever doing and talking about is the consequence of people working together across boundaries to make it happen. And the arena doesn't happen in the real world without real deliberate effort and intention. And that's what we're about here at Michigan Central. It's a quarter mile of road. It may seem small now, but it's a huge step in how to figure out how do we bring this to scale? How do we get the information, whether that's an individual with their 150 going over it, or if it's a fleet sort of testing, what did I get in the charging from that allows me to understand how to plan? And ultimately, all of it adds up to a better world for all of us, a more sustainable world. Think about the climate impact. If we start here on 14th Street, we go to Michigan Avenue, Detroit becomes the first city with the whole city with charging in the pavement like that. Think about the accessibility of being able to, it's no longer just about how do I find a charger somewhere accessible to my neighborhood where I have to go when it's actually in the road. I mean, the implications are truly staggering. And these things don't happen without that first step into the arena. They also don't happen with nonstop problem solving. And I do want to shout out, in addition to all of our incredible partners, a Michigan Central team that has literally been everyday problem solving. It goes back to like many things at Michigan Central, got originally cooked up by Carolina Plazinski and Liz Keene from New Lab, alone in a room, dangerous things happen. But then Roshni Shoker has been an endless shepherd of things. Melissa Dittmer, John Ecclestone, Greg Williams, and Eric Hens, unbelievable problem solving literally every day. You don't believe what it takes to actually figure out how do you start to install this and bring the arena to the real world. So I want to thank the whole team. We're very, very happy to have all of you here at Michigan Central. A big shout out and thank you to all of our partners. It's a great day.
Thank you very much. And next we'll hear from Deputy Mayor Todd Edison from the City of Detroit.
Wow, what a great day. I'm here representing Mayor Duggan, and what I can tell you is, if this was easy, it would have already been done. So to the Michiganders, to Detroiters, to Central Station, to Electrion, and to all of our city employees who thought differently, who worked with Stefan to ensure that we made Detroit a welcoming city for technology, for innovation. This is what it's really about, because we're in competition across the world to be able to create spaces for evolution, innovation in the world of electrification. So with that, I just want everybody to take time to really savor this moment, because this is the beginning of our future and where we're going. So let's everybody just give everyone who participated a big thunderous round of applause. If Mayor Mike Duggan was here, one of the things that he would say is, in order to achieve what we've been able to achieve with this quarter mile of road, where you'll be able to charge your vehicles wirelessly, to be able to do that, well, when it comes to permitting, when it comes to thinking differently, we don't have city processes where we regulate electric roads. So what we do is we ensure that we are innovative, that we work to ensure that, working very closely with Stefan and Electron, that you're paving a way where individuals are being able to get the regulations and get them the permits that they need. This is what it's really going to take to continue on. So in the city of Detroit, one of the things that we're moving towards and that we're going to ensure that we continue to lead the space and way is on community accessibility and sustainability. Our partners, Michigan Central, Electrion, and then also MDOT, who helped funded this on a city road, working through the bureaucracy to make sure that all of our partners are working better together to ensure that we stay number one as the city of Detroit, who actually put the world on wheels, that we're number one in this space. We want to ensure that our state and our city's future towards clean, green, and healthy living is a landmark for all of us as we celebrate this new industry when it comes to climate sustainability and green innovation. Not only are we doing that, we're thinking clean and green across all spectrums when it comes to the city of Detroit. For example, we're working very closely with DTE as we, for 200 plus electrical EV chargers over the next 3 years. We're going to have them at our city facilities, our city garages, our on-street parking and service lots as well. We're partnering with others to ensure that Detroiters all have EV and can take part of this revolution. When it comes to what Stefan said as well, DDOT, the Detroit Department of Transportation, with our buses, we recently and already have 4 electric buses on the road. And we have a grant pending with the federal government for another 4 buses. That is significant. And our municipal parking vehicles. If you notice the little cars that are going around delivering, of course, nobody likes the ticket aspect of it. But if you don't park right and you look very closely, our whole entire fleet of municipal parking vehicles are all electric, all 48 of them. This comes with partnership with everybody thinking as a whole, including our city council, of ensuring that we have clean, green, and healthy living for the city of Detroit as we move forward with this. By 2034, we expect the entire city's light-duty fleet to be zero emissions. I want to give a special shout out to Scott Benson as well, because he leads the City of Detroit's Green Task Force. So Scott, if you're listening, Councilman Benson, thank you. Residents will continue to see the city lead in this area of energy mobility projects to best position Detroiters for this new industry. The wireless charging roadway aims to further functions as a testing site, collaboration with local and national businesses, entrepreneurs to explore how in the real world environment, this will be our own proving ground in the city of Detroit. Like I said, we were number one over 100 years ago. We're going to be number one in this space now. And I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Mayor Mike Duggan for really coming together to make the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan welcoming to all of the OEMs and tech entrepreneurs who are going to help keep us lean, green, and clean. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. And next we'll have Director Brad Riefrick from MDOT join us.
Thanks, Justine, and thanks to the speakers before me. Appreciate your time and commitment to this project. Going last, I have the luxury of echoing a lot of the comments that have already been made. Also have the luxury of being brief. So I don't think it can be overstated, though, how this project is a great example of a public-private partnership. You have the city of Detroit, you have the state of Michigan, multiple entities working together along with our private sector partners with Michigan Central and Electrion, coming together and many more other folks in the private sector to really provide innovative mobility solutions. I do also want to thank the mayor and especially Governor Whitmer. Although she wasn't able to be here today, it was her decision to embrace this technology and announce the plan back in September of 2001 that really laid the groundwork for today's event. And we are going to aggressively roll out various mobility and charging solutions. And we know that in Michigan, we want to stay ahead of the curve. We want to lead the curve. We want folks in the nation to be seeing what we're doing here, and providing the environment where this sort of innovation can occur. With respect to the in-road charging, especially, this will be revolutionary for electrifying vehicles and really being able to get the benefit to the max. And it's fun because I get to talk about this with my peers nationally. I was just at a meeting last month, and I got to talk about this and say it was actually one of the days they were putting the coils in the ground. And I got a lot of really amazed looks that, hey, Michigan's actually doing this. So that was fun for me to be able to be part of that and show that, yep, we're coming together and we're actually doing these things, not just talking about them. I think something we need to continue to work on as well is the policy and regulatory framework here. We want to make sure that we're a welcoming environment for these new technologies. In this research and in the work that we're doing here, it doesn't stop here. You know, we're going to use this as a springboard to learn and understand how things work, but ultimately, how can we scale this up? How can this eventually be something that we use across the state of Michigan and the United States? So again, thank you all for being here today. And thanks to my other speakers, my partner speakers. And at this time, we are actually going to go outside. There's a van out there. We will get kind of a live demo of how this works. And a few of us will be doing a ceremonial signing of one of the electrical coils. So I invite you outside at this time.
I'm just gonna throw it all up. Did you work Thanksgiving or?
Are you taking your wagon out with you?
What's that?
Are you taking your wagon out with you?
Yes.
Gentlemen, I just want to introduce myself. Tim Sluss from the City of Detroit. Nice to meet you.
I think we're going to be doing a live interview with you on Local 4 Plus, right?
Yep, so that's what Russia said, so I just wanted to make sure you put a face with the name.
Appreciate that.
What time are you guys looking to do that again?
12:30.
Okay, perfect. Where would you like me to meet you at 12:30?
I was hoping that we could do it outside. I wonder if we can demo it while we're doing our.
All right, I'll get you out there at 12:30.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. They come with a lot of baggage.
Yeah, I see that.
Our toys are across the street.
Yeah, they're really big.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
Position is problematic for me. I want to go back a little bit, Dave. Because I'm shooting under, but they saw me. I'm shooting top.
How's that? Perfect. Thank you.
Behind the table, all together.
What you want? What you doing?
You know, we're gonna turn that around, aren't we? You guys can't right upside down. Sorry about that. You guys do the honor.
And y'all kind of look up first before you start right. There you go. There we go. His pen is not right.
You gotta push down on the tip.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
A couple more times. You got to like really get it. You should have that ready.
I'm gonna use his.
Okay, I'll take the broken one.
Can you come back over there while you do that?
I'm right here.
No, stand right there. There you go.
We're just trying to make sure it looks right.
Can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all unblock the? There we go. Thanks. More silence.
Yep.
Can y'all look up for a second? There we go. Thank you.
We're like in the closet, like I was in Sweden in the closet.
It's in the morning.
Started typing Zoom.
Okay.
Let me get a picture of all y'all got a button. I was blocking the side. Then we hear you do the other side. Somebody else. Say go green for the camera. Go green. All right, can we do one with y'all holding this up, turn it around? This is one person that's up to you. Everybody look straight ahead. Can you put your hand up? First electrical experience. Hold it up a little bit. There we go.
For media, we're now going to drive the van around. There's a screen here that'll show the charge while it's on the road. So you can see
the actual road.
the road you're on right now. You're not the one. We're going to have the van drive around in a circle because it's basically the road. We want to show it when it goes off the coils and stuff. Okay, I realize so we're going to do a couple laps so we can get everything to all the coils on this side or that one? They weren't the white dot shape. I have no idea. They were not there until this morning. So. All right, so they're going to do some laps around. I think you go get like. They only have
They didn't really that was our old man. They didn't let out the
Hey, where are you from? Alright, so go to your left. We're down on this side. Okay, perfect. So you're gonna run some laps with this unit. So we come cooler. It's not above. So we're on the east side of the building. Is actually open. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So here, are you right? coming over on. Park. Yeah, that's exactly. Hello, is there anybody you want to talk to? We're going to be interviewing him at 12:30, but we can interview him now too. Right now, 11:45. Our solution gets called, so he's going to be over here with the drone in a second. Got 11:45. You know what? Can you do me a favor? This is right before. Yeah, sure.
Nick, you're still connected on LinkedIn. I don't know if you have cards on me, but shoot me a note. Let's find some time to show. Yeah, I would love to talk to students about stuff. Sure. Gentlemen, good catch up. Thanks. You do. All right. Let's talk that. I don't know what they're doing right now, to be honest with you. All right, what backdrop do you want?
Yep. I'll go close, like that close. There you go. All right, go ahead. What's your name and spell it for me?
So first name Tim, last name Slusser. It's spelled Slusser.
What's your title?
Title is Chief of Mobility Innovation for the City of Detroit.
So this is a huge achievement. Can you just talk to that?
Yeah, so I mean, the credit really goes to the state for actually bringing this opportunity to the city of Detroit. So the city of Detroit, was a partner in an application with Electrion and others to bring this technology to Detroit. So we're really grateful to them. But yeah, it's a huge achievement. This is the first wireless charging roadway on a public road in our country. We're really excited about it. It's going to give us a lot of opportunity to test new clean energy mobility technologies right here in the city of Detroit, help those businesses start and grow here. What do you think the impact is? I think the impact is something that we don't fully understand just yet, right? It could be as simple as creating new opportunities for these vehicles to go longer distances and address what people are referring to as range anxiety, all the way up to it could completely redefine the way that we build roads in our country, right? In Michigan, we don't have toll roads. This is an opportunity potentially in the future to generate revenue for our roadways, right? So could this be the opt-in version of toll roads for Michigan? So there's a lot of opportunity here.
For people who are residents of Detroit, what does this mean for them? Are they going to be able to, in the future, take advantage of this? Right now, this is just for testing, right?
Correct. Yeah. So we believe that in the future, there's going to be opportunities for Detroiters to not just see these technologies, firsthand, provide feedback on, how these technologies are integrated into our city, but also take advantage of the job opportunities that are going to come with it, right? And then in the future, as we prove out this technology and as the vehicles of tomorrow start incorporating this wireless charging, solution as an option straight from the factory when you go buy an EV, then they'll be able to take advantage of this with their own personal cars too.
And what are some of your thoughts just seeing this all unfold today?
This is really, really exciting, right? So number one thing that I can tell you is right now, I'm cold, okay? It's cold, but we still do things like this in Detroit. Cold weather doesn't stop us. So we're resilient here. We are embracing the future of mobility here in the city of Detroit. And we're working with great companies to try and solve today's challenges and provide a better future for tomorrow.
Do you hope this encourages more people to look at EVs and purchase them?
I definitely think it will, right? When wireless charging for cell phones first came out, not a lot of people used it, right? It was an early technology. Some people said it's too slow, right? It's come a long way. Now I almost completely charge wirelessly on my phone, right? So I think that there's going to be a similar path that we see here, especially when you start to consider other technologies like self-driving vehicles and things like that. This is a technology that can enable those to do more, right? So I truly believe it's a platform, and I truly believe that it's going to create new opportunities here in the city of Detroit.
All right, it's taking off now.
All right.
I'll take the mic off.
All right. So you good with me, or you need me again?
Oh, this is for our story. It's going to be we need you to make
No problem. Just want to make sure I was clear.
Well, I know what you could do is you could say,
Oh, okay.
does it charge? Yeah, that's like.
Sorry.
Trying to stand the sunshine.
For the first 145 feet, but still, something more. Well, you know how on the highways they have like I-75 emblem. So this is the road here. Yep. So this is the road. The car's gonna go down to the end of the block turnaround. All right.